big homie wanted to look like a gay painter.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy.
For a long time, 50 Cent has taken public shots at Jay-Z and kept steady pressure on him. Jay stayed quiet through most of it, which only fueled more talk. That changed when Jay-Z finally reacted. One short clip was enough to light up social media and shift the entire mood. From that moment, people realized this story was bigger than it first appeared. This situation is not about rap lyrics, album sales, or online arguments. It goes much deeper than music. What's really at play is control and influence. Behind closed doors, powerful figures move quietly, making decisions that shape careers without the public ever noticing. It's about who gets access to major opportunities, who receives invitations, and who gets pushed aside without explanation. What makes this more intense is that this isn't an old feud from decades ago. These events are recent. According to 50 Cent, something serious happened privately that changed how he viewed Jay-Z. He claims Jay used his influence to try to stop him from appearing on one of the biggest stages in entertainment, the Super Bowl halftime show. That accusation surprised many people and raised eyebrows across the industry. The story connects back to Super Bowl 56 on February 13, 2022, held at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. The halftime show was promoted as a major cultural moment, with hip-hop legends finally taking center stage together. During the performance, 50 Cent shocked viewers by appearing upside down, recreating a famous moment from his past. The internet exploded with reactions, jokes, and nostalgia. However, according to 50, that moment almost never happened. He says Jay-Z was the reason he nearly didn't make the lineup. Since 2019, Jay-Z's company, Roc Nation, has worked closely with the NFL to manage the halftime show. That partnership gives Jay real power over artist selection and creative direction. According to 50 Cent, that power was used to try to keep him out.
Z told Dr. Dre, just for people who's not up on this, or Eminem, that he didn't want you to perform part of that Super Bowl they had a couple years ago.
That's the claim straight up. In December 2024, 50 Cent appeared on Cameron's show and explained his side clearly. He said Jay-Z contacted Dr. Dre directly and told him he did not want 50 involved at all. It wasn't about timing or creative choices. According to 50, Jay used his business position to intentionally keep him off the stage.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I just
threatened, possibly.
Not even threatened. You know, I think it's just when you take the competition from, like, our culture is competitive, man. It is, but I think when it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand.
That is where the full picture starts to make sense. According to 50 Cent, Eminem stepped in at a critical moment and drew a clear line. He reportedly told the NFL he would not perform unless 50 was included. That move spoke volumes about loyalty. One of the most talked about Super Bowl halftime shows nearly lost Eminem, a global icon and a major reason viewers tuned in. If that is true, the situation had grown far beyond personal issues. A decision like that could have cost the league huge money and created a public mess on the biggest stage of the year. 50 Cent later tried to explain why this happened. In a July 2024 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, he said there was a strong push to keep him out of the show. He made it clear that Eminem's stance was firm and non-negotiable. Months later, during an October 2024 appearance on The Breakfast Club, 50 repeated the claim and added more detail. He said the blame was first placed on the NFL, but he quickly realized where the resistance truly came from. According to 50, the issue was not music at all. He believes his success in television, especially his hit series on Stars, turned him into serious competition. At that point, the conflict became about business power, influence, and control. From his view, Roc Nation made the call while the NFL took the public pressure. What stood out most to him was what came next. Complete silence.
It's past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand that. Like right now, he's not even competing for a slot. You don't have a new song out that he want to be on the top 10 or top 5, and you still competing. It just don't make sense. Like, what are we competing for them?
Jay Jay-Z has never publicly responded to these accusations. He has stayed silent the entire time. Some fans see that silence as maturity and discipline, a sign that he refuses to get pulled into drama. Others see it very differently. To them, the lack of a response feels uncomfortable, almost like the claims might be closer to the truth than anyone wants to admit. Either way, his quiet approach has only kept the conversation alive instead of shutting it down. By September 2024, the discussion grew even louder. Cameron and Mays openly wondered if Jay-Z may have also blocked Lil Wayne from performing at the 2025 Super Bowl. They pointed to past tension and old industry politics. For many listeners, this idea didn't sound far-fetched. A pattern seemed to be forming, one where business power and personal history collide behind the scenes. Online reactions split quickly. Some people stood with 50 Cent, calling Jay-Z a gatekeeper who uses influence to control opportunities. Others defended Jay, reminding everyone that 50 has spent years provoking conflicts and stirring controversy. The truth likely sits somewhere in the middle. What cannot be ignored is this: no official statement has ever come from the NFL, Roc Nation, or Jay-Z confirming or denying any of it. That silence keeps the story moving. To understand why this tension runs so deep, you have to go back to the beginning. Every major hip-hop rivalry has a starting point, and this one began long before corporate deals and boardrooms entered the picture. In 1999, Curtis Jackson was not yet known as 50 Cent the Mogul. He was a struggling rapper from Queens with an unstable deal, stacks of unreleased tracks, and little attention. Instead of waiting quietly for an opportunity, he took a risky step that changed his future. Inspired by the notorious B.I.G.'s song Just Playing Dreams, where Biggie imagined playful scenarios, 50 flipped the concept into something aggressive. He released How to Rob, a song where he imagined robbing nearly every major rapper and singer in the industry. Nobody was spared. Jay-Z was included. One specific line stood out, mentioning Jay's wealth and luxury car. It was bold, reckless, and impossible to ignore. The song spread fast. DJs like Funkmaster Flex played it repeatedly on Hot 97. Mixtapes flooded cities. Overnight, people were talking about the fearless rapper from Queens calling out more than 40 artists by name. Many rappers laughed it off. Some ignored it. Jay-Z did not. He responded in his own way. At Hot 97 Summer Jam in 1999, Jay delivered a freestyle that dismissed 50 with a slick money metaphor, reducing him to loose change. That moment quietly set the tone for a rivalry that would last decades. Jay later reinforced the jab on his album Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. 50 did not stay quiet. In 2000, he fired back with Be a Gentleman, questioning Jay's image and street credibility. He made it clear that fame and chart success did not automatically earn respect. The back and forth could have continued, but real life intervened. In May 2000, 50 Cent was shot 9 times outside his grandmother's home. He survived, but the fallout was heavy. Columbia Records dropped him and his debut album was shelved. While 50 spent years rebuilding and flooding the streets with mixtapes, Jay-Z continued his rise, especially with The Blueprint in 2001. The tension stayed quiet but never disappeared. Everything changed in 2002 when 50 signed with Eminem and Dr. Dre. When Get Rich or Die Trying dropped in 2003 and sold nearly 1 million copies in its first week, the balance of power shifted overnight. Songs like In Da Club dominated radio. 50 was no longer just noise. He was a force. Even Jay-Z acknowledged it. In a 2013 interview, Jay admitted he warned his own artists that 50 was coming and that they needed to move fast. That statement sounded like respect mixed with concern. What followed was an awkward truce. The two appeared together in commercials, toured together, and crossed paths creatively. Still, the tension never fully went away. As both men expanded beyond music, the rivalry moved into business. In 2004, 50 partnered with Vitamin Water and chose equity instead of a standard endorsement. When the brand sold to Coca-Cola, he reportedly walked away with tens of millions. Jay-Z also made major moves, selling Rocawear for millions. Both deals were wins, but 50 often framed his move as the smarter play. In 2007, the competition intensified when Kanye West released Graduation on the same day 50 dropped Curtis. Kanye won the sales battle. 50 later accused Jay of using his influence at Def Jam to help Kanye. That accusation fit into 50's long-standing belief that Jay prefers indirect control rather than open confrontation. In recent years, 50 has pushed even further, questioning Jay-Z's Grammy success. He suggested that Jay's record number of wins is tied closely to his marriage to Beyoncé and his polished image. While Jay had Grammys before their partnership, most of his wins came afterward. That timeline fuels debate. 50 often points to artists like Tupac, who never won a Grammy, as proof that the system favors safe, marketable figures. The irony is clear. Both men came from nothing. Both built massive empires. Yet they remain locked in a quiet war that evolved from diss tracks to corporate strategies. 50 says the issue isn't personal hatred. When they meet, things are polite. The real divide, according to him, is philosophy. 50 believes Jay hides behind business structures and polished branding, while he prefers direct confrontation. That contrast is why this rivalry refuses to die. Jay moves quietly through contracts and influence. 50 moves loudly through memes and public pressure. Two styles, two mindsets, same level of power. And as long as both continue winning, the story isn't over.